Hi everyone, and welcome back to PRL Tier 2 Racing. On to we're now back joined by COTA Circuit.
Yeah,
We have a 14 car grid today, and we have 16 minutes left of quali. And as usual, I'm joined again with Luigi.
yeah. Hello everyone. Welcome to the 10th round of the season Tier 2. And yeah, we have 13, 14 cars on the grid. It's just Swarskiller who got promoted to Mercedes apparently. But yeah, there have been some changes in the lineups as you can see.
Yes, Yordi's teammate left to go to, I believe it was AlphaTauri, meaning there's a spot vacant at Mercedes, and the former McLaren driver Swaskala leaves his teammate Matt Rolla and joins Mercedes.
So,
They're charged for the Tier 2 championship.
yeah, we saw Mercedes and McLaren were fighting for the constructors. But it seems like that fight will be more intense now, as two teammates have now become sort of rivals.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see the battles that happen on track now. Seti, purple sector 1.
Meanwhile, our first driver to settle up today will be that Samrot, as you pronounce it, and he spins round the don't remember the corner name or the corner number, but the corner which gets you to the first long straight in this track. Circuit of the Americas, which could host some incidents, especially at the S's, because those sections are quite tight and it's common to have a lot of traction, have an incident there. So we'll see how the race will go in terms of.
And now as most cars are in the pit or on their out laps, we're back to talk about the drivers' switch back on. Chris Stock was on Mercedes, actually moved to Alfa Romeo, and there was a spot vacant left to Ferrari, which Bonsai, the former Alfa Romeo driver, filled out.
Yeah. Will this affect the standings in any way, though?
Yeah, I think now with Chris Stock on Alfa Romeo, we've seen some wonderful pace from him in the past few races, so I think he'll be able to pick up a couple more podiums for the team to help their charge towards the championship. And I picked up G-Bear for my team last.
Yeah.
Because there's a big fight afoot.
Also, seems like a lot of people are having issues on setting a valid lap today.
Yeah, a lot of invalidation going on. I think it's through the S's where most of it's going to go wrong.
Yeah. Mimgrol seems on a valid lap for now. So we're going more with them. Driving for Alpine. From AlphaTauri to Alpine. Perhaps this will get the French team some great points as Gilbert sets provisional pole position time with a 1:34.298.
It's a decent lap.
Yeah.
We've seen good pace from him all season, but he just hasn't been able to convert it into some good results. So it's interesting to see what he can do today.
So yeah, basically.
So after championship leader and his championship fighter, Mr. Miguel not showing up, now Yordi doesn't show up, but Mr. Miguel does.
Yeah. The fact is, though, what Gilbert got moved from Ferrari to Haas, Bonsai moved from Alfa Romeo to Ferrari, and wonder if this will have any bad or good outcomes in the standings later on in the season.
Yeah, so the teams keep the points, the drivers keep the points that they've earned overall.
So,
So any points that G-Bear would have earned for Ferrari stays at Ferrari, and same for Bonsai to be fair on the book as well.
yeah. But perhaps the driver's performances may get some teams more points than they gained earlier.
Yeah, like we've seen a lot of podiums from Bonsai recently, and a lot of good performances from him, and not as many from G-Bear, so that might be a very good move for Ferrari. Mr. Mingro moving to Alpine will just help them even more with that driver pairing with Vincent and Mr. Mingro, both of the race winners this season.
Yeah. Mungo currently is on a provisional pole position with a 133.301, Bumsai in second, Jiba in third, Metrola in fourth, and Simon in fifth, with Chris Dock being the next one to set a lap. Was the Ferrari of Bumsai ahead in the racing line, moved out of the way. He gets towards the final corner, crosses the line, and sets a 132.812, which puts him in a provisional pole position. Quite good, huh?
Yeah, nice lap. Well put together.
Sam Ross is still struggling to set a valid lap.
So both the Red Bulls are going on the medium strat.
Yeah, Faced it seems like he went for mediums for now. Simon is in the pits, wonder what tire he will pick. The second
My
stint.
own better race tire again, like yesterday versus Silverstone. I noticed that the medium tire were much faster than the soft tires.
Yeah, the medium tires, the tire performance in general varies depending on the truck you're in. Sometimes the hards are faster than the mediums, and vice versa.
Yeah. Fast and Spring Seti purple sector 1.
Yeah, and he now...
Oh, and he spinned it.
He did the same mistake as Mingwell earlier, I think. Or not.
And he's spinned it again.
Don't remember who the guy who spun the same corner was. Don't remember.
He's gonna try and recover from this regardless. I believe it was Swass Killer, who was also on a fast lap before.
Yeah, validated. She let Mingwell pass now. Actually, Face did. Never mind. Face
Oh,
spins.
and he's spinned it again. Jesus Christ. Maybe the medium tires aren't as good as we thought.
Yeah. Not healthy for the tires
Yeah,
as well.
like Simon has been 4 softs. There's a communication going on about how good the tires are.
The other Haas driver currently on a flying lap. He comes round the final 2 corners. Try and set a good lap to put him in the top 5 maybe. Not
He's had some good performances this season.
half the grid hasn't set
Where he ends up.
a lap time yet. Oh, seems like he validated it at the last corner.
That is unfortunate.
There's a next lap invalidated for him.
Fast and Spring has... He's spun, he's gone.
Yeah,
I'd roll his out lap now.
let's see if I can get a view. Oh, yeah. Just crashed in the barrier. Similar damage from him. Meaning he's out of this qualifying session. And we'll have to hope not to start last, as most of the drivers haven't set a valid lap yet. So he could still have that chance.
The person who's truly having the most point here is Dennis Sandross in the Aston Martin. He came out before anyone else. Had completely clean air and is invalidated 3 laps in a row.
Yeah, and not healthy for your tires as well.
There it is. His teammate Joe Bullfish, on the other hand,
Has no EIS.
is going for first lap. Yeah, no errors. That's a good point. He's been very quick all season. That's a purple sector too.
Yeah. He set a purple sector 1 earlier. And now a purple sector 2.
Looks like he's going lap for lap.
It's incredible since he has no EIS to drive a good lap. Sportskiller goes third, meanwhile 133.541 as he goes into the
You
pits.
can tell he's been practicing. Oh, and he's been. What? As I was saying earlier, though, you can tell that he's track extending in certain places. He really knows his track very well and what his limits are.
Yeah. I saw some other drivers do that, so I guess if you get some practice, you may be able to master the strict track limits. Smith plays a lot, goes 6th with a 134.360. I think Faceit may be a bit worried now. More drivers set valid laps. But that's thrown low, we're not flying enough right now.
Big boy's invalidated again. It's just gonna recharge the battery and go for it again.
So Goldfish went on mediums. Same thing which Faceit Spring had done earlier. Didn't work out really well. Yeah, straight up in Thorn Low as he goes round the third straight. This long straight of this track. The final one being a descending grid.
That's a purple sector 2 for Thorn.
Let's see if he can manage to do what Joe Goldfish was looking to do.
Yellow flags, very slow Mercedes.
So there's a lot of destruction at the penultimate corner. Comes around the last corner. And that's a P3 for
That's
now.
P3.
133.371. Just 71, actually 70 hundredths from Mimgrol in the Alpine.
Seems like he's just gonna go for it again.
Yeah, seems like it.
Straight
As
up
Jay
to
Goldfish.
DRS.
Oh my, seems like the mediums are not good at all.
Yeah,
Still
especially if
Goldfish.
they're not heated up and you're going through the S's and pushing that car, then it's just gonna slide.
Goldfish just crashed out in a different corner, but in the same way, Faceit did. So I guess
Yeah, that's still more validating.
mediums ain't that good unless they're pretty worn.
Flyer. Those bonds sweet Rossi.
Or quiet in the stream.
I am. Turn me up.
Yeah, I did.
I'm on max.
Quiet in the stream. Never mind. Yeah, I did.
Okay. Their new sightings, putting them in P1 and P2 respectively.
Let me know if you can hear Phantom again in the stream, in the Twitch chat, who's watching. Should be good for now. So 2 minutes left, around 2 minutes.
And it looks like it has been to go for a
Yeah.
non-outlets.
Right now we have Chris in the pole position, provisional 1 for now. Bonsai in second, Mingrel in third, Throne in fourth, Big Boy in fifth, Sportskiller in sixth, Simon in seventh, G-Bear in eighth, Vincent in ninth, Merrill in 10th, Mr. Plays a Lot in 11th, Faceit and Goldfish in 12th and 13th, managed to set no laps due to them crashing out and invalidating earlier before going on mediums, and that's some rolls. Still, can't get a valid lap in.
Yeah, he's on his outlap though, so it's not too big of a deal. Now, what I am scared about is my.
Seems like just Vincent, Bonsai, and some ropes are all laps now. The others are all not laps on in the pits.
I'm now on board with Dead Sam Ross for his first lap. And he's invalidated straight away.
Oh
He
no.
literally cut straight through the corner. What do you think?
Well, I guess
Anyways,
that's
with 46 seconds in quality, he's not gonna set the time. This is a bad game for Aston Martin so far.
yeah. So Aston Martin finishing last in qualifying. Someone improved. Vincent improved. 132.834 in second.
He goes up to P2. So the Alpine is taking P2. Or it's a comeback.
Yeah.
He's going for
Vincent.
another push lap straight away.
We remember how Jordi and Vincent were fighting in Belgium and all the rounds. But Jordi isn't here today, so Vincent can prove what he's capable of.
Chris Dock is a very fast driver though. Vincent wasn't too far off the lap.
This won't make up. So he starts last, with his teammate starting in front of him. With Chris Duck trying to improve. So he goes round the final corner. Let's say 132.606. And that's Mingwell the Alpine, who got off and retired from the session. Unlucky for him.
And here comes his Alpine teammate rounding the final corners. What?
Thungland looks on a flying lap as well, from what I can see, though he has not got that much of the IS left.
Don't know his sector time, so we're completely in the blind here.
Penultimate corner. Yes, it's going for another lap. Last corner.
Rounds the final corner, doesn't invalidate.
Fourth
And
place.
he takes Mr. Bean.
133.285. I think Mingwell, that spin from Mingwell, if he was a spin, ruined his chance to improve the lap and perhaps get in front of Christock. Those two were fighting in the in Zandvoort, for example.
And here are your driver standings for COTA. Chris Dock in P1, CTX Benson in P2, Bonsai in P3, Throne Globe in P4, Mr. Mean Grail in P5. P6 is Big Boy Flop, P7 is Swaz Killer, P8 is Simon Def, P9 is G-Bear, P10 is Mad Rolla, P11 is Mr. Plays A Lot, P12 is Fast and Spring, P13 is Goldfish, and P14 is Dead Sam Ross. Good day for Ferrari. Not as good of a day for Aston Martin so far. Let's see if they can make the comeback in the race.
Yeah, now the race, they're gonna have to be really, really careful. The S's are lap 1. Because having an incident at the start basically ruins your race unless something else happens later on. Seems like it's cloudy. There may be a chance of rain.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that the commentators don't get to see what the drivers get to see.
Yeah. We should get a sort of weather forecast.
We should.
Ten seconds.
That might be why we saw some slower
Yeah.
laps from certain cars. They might have gone on their wet setups for quality.
the formation lap gets underway. So, seems like there was kind of black smoke coming towards turn 1. Don't know why. But yeah, Chris in first, then Vincent in second, Bonza in third, Thumb Globe in fourth, Moongrel in fifth, Big Boy in sixth, Sportskiller in seventh, Simon in eighth, G-Bear in ninth, Met Roller in 10th, Mr. Plays a Lot in 11th, Fated in 12th, and the two automatic cars, Two Goldfish and Dead Emeralds in last, 13th and 14th respectively.
Yeah, I was talking about Rilla, I think earlier last week, and he said that his quality pace is very poor, his race pace is very good. Same with his former McLaren teammate Killer. So I think we're going to see another charge to the field from both of them, which is just always fun to watch.
Also,
so this should be an exciting race.
Two Goldfish was a guy who managed to challenge the top in the last few races he took part of. However, today he will need to make a comeback, sort of.
Yeah. I've got word from one of the drivers that there is no rain coming, it's just cloudy.
Seems like most of the drivers are doing 2 stop, but Dead Emeralds going for the 1 stop. Two Goldfish starting on mediums, still doing 2 stop from what it seemed like. Mr. Plays a Lot also starting on mediums, while the rest is starting on softs. Perhaps this may be good for both drivers because softs runners will have to pit earlier than them. How mediums performed in qualifying. Hopefully same fate doesn't strike them. But everyone is lined up now. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go. With Vincent already having a pretty bad start there. Has going on the inside already with the Ferrari trying to gain 2 places in a row as he does so. Few drivers get wide. And there has been some contact with, I don't know who it was. Someone lost his wing, so we come into the SS.
What is that out
there? There's some Ross Scoot, also some corners. Well, no, it's a Ferrari 2-3 as Two Goldfish already tries to make some places. As he takes the place on Mr. Plays a Lot, they make contact. And there's a yellow flag between, in Sector 1, Sector 2 actually, between Vincent and Metroller. The incident between Vincent and Metroller. Wonder what happened there.
I believe he started P2 on the grid. Dropped down to P13 and got into an incident with Metroller.
Yeah. As we are 3 wide round the final corner for that straight. For the first straight. Simon tries to overtake G-Bear, but he has to back up. Sportskiller gained 2 places, I think. There's another yellow flag. That's a Red Bull spitting out. Let's face it. I think the guy who had that incident in turn 1 was a McLaren because they were part of an orange front wing.
Yeah, and the most penalty points in the league right now is Vincent. And if he's found some penalty for an incident that happened, then it's going to be fine.
Yeah, Vincent
So
will
might
have
see Vincent in a couple races.
to be careful. Also because there are still a lot of runs to go. This big boy
There's big
gets his first 3 seconds time penalty. Ferrari though have had a really good start. In a 2-3 right now. big boy who gained 2 places at the start. As he's
G-Bear also has 3 seconds.
the predicted pit stop strategy. Oh! Contact between Vincent and Matt Roller again. Tried to make an overtake. Vincent round the inside and got cut off, I think. From what I could say. Basically went on hards. There's a battle between Gibrea and Simon for the 7th place. So let's see Goldfish with his teammate. Seems like that some Ross let their teammate pass. So, few 10 penalties handed out already as that Semros spins out, DRS gets enabled. Messi plays a lot and Jane Goldfish on those mediums who gained a few places at the start. Faced it, who's on hards, may be able to gain some places. So now tries to make the move for the 3rd place on Bonsai. Switch back, he stays back for now. They go into the S's, doesn't want to risk it. Going for the move as Moongrel behind him spins. I don't know if there was contact or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he lost 5 places.
Yeah.
Tire not gonna be good for him. Temperature in the tires is gonna affect his driving style a bit for a bit. As Melissa plays a lot, tries to defend from Jig Goldfish.
Wrong globe now, 2 tenths off point DRS. On the outside line, can he make
Onsai has almost had a better exit. And yeah, now oh, and he gets spun off into the barrier. And that's a virtual safety car. Oh my, first drama. Okay, like in Brazil, right? Elimination race.
It's going to be interesting to see how the stewards look at that. I mean, I'm Haas team principal, and I even think that was a good sketch of the Haas.
Vincent though already pit. As he gets promoted to a safety car. Yeah. Gets that, mixes up things now. Let's look at how many places drivers gained after once they are all lined up behind the safety car. Though Vincent lost 11 places from the start. Goldfish gained 7. Thungo gets 3 seconds for track limits. Yeah, right now the driver with most places gained is Goldfish with 7 places gained, which means he right now he will get the driver of the day in game.
Yeah.
Most drivers went for mediums. Matt Rolla for softs. He had a spin almost, I think. Just the top 5 didn't pit yet. As well as Goldfish and Misplays a lot who are on mediums. Rest of the drivers pit. Metrola being the only one who pit for softs. Metrola will have to pit again for a different tire compound. Due to the...
I think he's realized it early on, and if he's just pitting for new softs, he's going to have the best tires.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's gonna have to do one more stop for a different tire compound.
As
well as full skill.
The Mercedes
Jumps him. Was this a China moment? Finn fell. Lag in the pit while Travis changed their tires. They all go on softs.
The Haas comes out
Oh well.
This game's fun.
Seems like,
Like,
yeah, yeah, some
everyone
margin.
else got tuned into that.
Don't know, he probably
Contractor.
had a spin or something.
Yeah. Chill Goldfish on P3.
Yeah, Chicofish definitely made a comeback. He's gained
For sure.
10 places from the start.
I think the safety car is really good for him because a lot of people hit 4 new tires, but he didn't have to because he's doing 4 lap mediums.
Yeah, as well as he has missed the place a lot behind.
And the interesting thing about this now is usually the people who pit have the pace, charge the field, but Chill Goldfish is easily one of the fastest drivers in the team. We just see what Lucas Vasquez can throw at him to get that podium position.
With the Audi, I think, being the fastest one, if not second fastest.
Sorry?
The Audi could be the fastest one or the second fastest.
Yeah. Pretty definitely up there.
Seems like there were a few moves after the first straight. Gilbert got demoted to P8 now. Wonder what happened. That's some roads, and from Metroller down to Decim Roads, they all have to catch up still. So I think safety car may be in the next lap.
Yeah.
Interesting thing is, Vincent went for mediums, Metroller went for softs, and they're all close together again.
Oh. He's driving in the middle of the track.
And Chigofish, what happened to him?
He did a roll on the car. He was just cleaning up the tires and just lost the car. It's the wall and now he's
Oh, Metroller there. Gets 5 seconds for ignoring the yellow flag. I don't know if he made a move on who.
he made a move to 16 stints.
Though he was
P10.
ahead.
Oh no,
though.
but that's just yeah. I don't know what's happened there.
Is this game a joke sometimes? Really?
I think the penalty might get removed if it was just given for no reason.
Now Metroller will have.
Fernando Alonso, so I can-
Yeah, he will have to fight. Though the penalty though will stay if he pits, and he has to pit again.
Right.
So he will now have to do a sort of fight with 10 penalties and the 2 Alpines, one in front and one at the back. Vincent being one of the Alpines, and he had a few incidents with him earlier this race. Safety car is in this lap. Let's see how the start will go now, as Chris will have to restart this Grand Prix. This will all
It's
get to be a different.
sad to see Mr. Cooper earlier. He finally made his comeback into 2-2 racing, and now he's sitting P8.
Yeah. Now it will be a different story for the drivers. Gofish spins once more, it seems. Now we'll have to do another comeback. Really unlucky.
Alonso's got to clear Mr. Blaze a lot now. And G-Bear's got to clear Simon Deff, who's been struggling.
Oh, another incident between the duo of Vincent and Metroller. Vincent gets 5 seconds, and that's a restart then, with Stone Globe already attacking Mr. Blaze a lot for the 3rd place, and someone pits that Gofish. Was faced in spun, and Swarskiller dives in for the 3rd place, and Lucas thrown low. Gained 2 places, and defending well from Swarskiller. Mr. Blaze a lot. goes in AI, and for now he keeps the place from Simon as Film Globe tries to defend from his Wolfskiller. To go fish for softs. Yeah, I saw a few. I saw the leaderboard had a few moves being done. So he tries to. Yeah, seems like the Haas is having a really great time right now.
Yeah, fighting with Ferraris.
Moongold makes the move on Missile plays a lot right now. Missile plays a lot. Going in AI didn't really help him out as he's getting overtaken by lots of cars right now. But he's on 6 lap old mediums. So
that's just using that slip so well. Ferraris went off the back. Wheel to wheel right now, didn't do much.
And right now he gains the place on Big Boy. Sportskiller takes advantage of that as they go up into turn 1. Big Boy tries to send it and manages to make the move, though there's still wheel to wheel with Sportskiller as he goes up to the inside and gets that 3rd place back. Jetson Ross gets 5 seconds for spinning in the pit lane. Stone Globe now gets 3 seconds for track limits. That will help him, though he set a public sector 1 time right now.
So he waited for the battle to happen. Up and you saw the opening, he just went for it.
As Face of the Spring now retires. Crashed out, I think he retired for this there. Because he is. But no safety license.
Trade for Chris Dawkins just clear. He's racing.
Yeah. 2 seconds ahead of Stone Globe. Though that gap is reducing. Because Chris Stark is on 7 lap old softs. Stone Globe on 2.
Yeah.
So that means Chris has to push until he pits. Simon now makes the move on Big Boy for the 4th place. G-Bear in 10th. Missed place a lot in 9th. Missed place a lot, dropped a lot. Stone Globe sets the fastest lap of the race, 136.229, and he gains the temporary lead of the American Grand Prix as well as Big Boy. He pits as well. Yeah. Race for softs, Big Boy for mediums. Wonder how the strategies will make the will shape the race. Yeah. Another fastest lap from True Goldfish. I think someone got a penalty. That's some rules. 3 seconds for truck limits. Yeah. Well, penalties are gonna shape the race, the race results. So drivers will have to be really careful. Right now, Mingua could be able perhaps to get the win if the race was to end now. But there's still a lot of more laps to go.
Yep. It's really seeming like that is the case now.
Swingle is looking to make the move on Simon in a few seconds. Yeah, it's wide opened. I still stays back. Let's see how many places driver gained right now. Looks like Chris has lost 8 due to that pit stop. Sportskiller and Simon on 5. Stone Globe on 3 from the start. But yeah, Looks like right now.
I think
So
that hit from Chris Dock was maybe not the best. Everybody else is going to tires. Yes, he might be able to jump
big boy
a
gets
lot of people, but
3 seconds.
those tires just chose not to extend.
Oh, Moongrel now makes the move from Simon in 3rd place.
Swans Killer was going for it, but just right for
Yeah, they're on the same tire age. So the same tire wear.
very tight battle for
Yeah. Looks like Big Boy is sketching up on Chico.
now.
Now Mr. Place a lot struggling a bit. This is a 9-lap pool mediums. Chris will now have an easy target ahead after he pit for new softs. Pablo sector 3, he's probably gonna set the fastest lap time. Up limits. Just a few drivers remaining who haven't got any penalties. Ingrol, Chris and Sugarfish.
Arguably three of the fastest drivers in this tier.
Yeah, so also they're trying to go for the move on the outside line, but he stays back. Chris though overtaking G-Bear for the 7th place now. That's a most get another 3 seconds. Track limits being on 17 seconds now of time penalties. Looks like strict track limits aren't the strongest assets, let's say, strongest setting for the Samrops.
Yeah, 17 seconds. That's a mistake. Swans coming in as he gets DRS for. I swear.
As Chris gains the place of Metrola, who pit. Be the first one to pit. The softs, actually, on the soft tire compound, pitting for mediums, as he has to set his penalty. Film Globe gets another 3 seconds. For track limits, making it 6 seconds now. Big Boy also pits. Big Boy pit. Wait. He pit 2 laps ago, and now he pits again. May have wing damage at this point. But Merola pitting is definitely a message. Oh yeah, he damaged his own wing. Hard. Merola pitting, as I was saying, is a strong message to those on softs.
Swans gonna wheel to wheel.
Get,
Touch.
yeah, as they go.
Got the inside.
And it makes the move.
There's
Oh.
the inside line there.
Don't know if that.
Takes people on.
Don't know if
Keeps people on.
Throne Globe let him pass or not, because it looked like he slowed down, and he's going into the pits. That could be an undercut move. Thriller has to be really quick if he doesn't want to be overtaken in the pits. And a strong message for others here. Gibet is on the straight right now. Throne Globe should get behind Mr. Plays a lot, as he's battling with two Goldfish. Never mind, he managed to get ahead of the two battling. Two Goldfish now made the move on the Williams driver, as he's got Throne Globe ahead. Oh! Well, like they had some contact. I don't know if that was if Goldfish now got wind damage due to that. It's like he didn't. Oh, and Mr. Plays a lot now collides into them and spins out.
Yeah, this is lucky for Thornlow to get behind his teammate because now he can get two of his teammate past quarters.
Yeah.
Doesn't have time. Stock.
Those are all drivers who will have to pit later on, as there has been a spin. That's some Ross who will now get lapped by Sourcekiller. Yeah, definitely. A safety car could be really helpful for him right now. Simon pits. Mediums. Thornlow may be able to get the plays on all the drivers ahead who didn't pit. We're gonna have to see what happens with Sourcekiller then.
I think even if he takes the place, he's gonna have older tires towards the end of the race, so he's gonna be at a disadvantage.
Not much happening right now, though. It seems like Chris is closing up on Vincent.
They're 1.9 seconds now.
Might see an overtake happening soon. I guess once drivers pit, that may be the time where to look for moves. As Mr. Plays a lot is now on 30 lap all the mediums. And will have to pit at some point.
Is very fast.
Yeah.
5/10 he's made up.
He could be in for the win with Sourcekiller meanwhile. And perhaps Thornlow as he pit earlier. So
Blue flag to the acid.
Thornlow gets another 3 seconds time penalty for track limit. Gets those penalties are not gonna help. He's on 12 seconds already, with his teammate being on 9. That's now being on 12 seconds of time penalties. So better for him.
I was talking to Thornlow really was really think.
Goldfish gains another 3 seconds, and he spins out. And he pits. He pit earlier for new mediums. Now he pits again. Not the best of races for, not the best race for Aston Martin at all. Smith plays a lot.
Now within DRS.
Pits hard. Yeah, Chris with the S tries to make the move on Vincent, and they make contact.
Swerving all over the place.
Oh. Pushed him a bit towards the inside of the. Yeah. I guess Vincent.
This is the same place we saw in the overtake.
Yeah. Though Vincent keeps the place in this case. Decimal's now being lapped by basically everyone behind him.
DRS again for Chris now.
Oh.
Charge up. Just Vincent's just squeezing him.
Yeah.
And Kristoff takes that place regardless.
Well, that was a great move to show him. Yeah. I wonder if that will be a clip being reported by the Alfa Romeo driver.
Yeah, definitely. That definitely should not risk losing him the way he did.
And the only drivers who haven't got a penalty, which never mind, the only driver who hasn't got a penalty is Chris Dock, who will be able to gain a lot of time if there's a safety car, like the last laps. And that will basically mark his win, unless he does a mistake, as Gilbert gets another 3 seconds for track limits, adding...
No, I'm very excited about this race now, because the first ever race that I commentated was Silverstone, where we saw amazing battles between Chris Dock and Mr. And now Chris Dock is within DRS, and we're going to see a battle soon.
Yeah. Seems like there has been a spin by an Alpine, I saw. But Big Boy disconnected.
There goes that Ferrari 2-3.
Sports Killer pits. Which means Spinwell is gonna get promoted, but he have to pit as well as Chris, as well as Vincent. So Throne Globe is in that zone to get a nice top 3 maybe.
Yeah. Here's
No.
Chris Dock.
Will gain.
Following.
Oh,
That Alpine.
the under
3 tenths off.
the undercut didn't walk well there. He's really close to his Sports-Killer though. But the tire age difference is gonna have an impact, for sure.
Yeah, especially the time as well.
Gaps have to get updated now. Then we'll make the plays on G-Bear as he fit.
Chris Dock, approximately 2 tenths off. Next later,
Vincent gets 3 seconds for track limits as Chris.
the wheel. Chris Spinks, he overtaken. That is P1.
Now that was a good move from him. Meanwhile on 12 upboard mediums. Someone else got a penalty, so probably let you go fish.
Races for Chris Dock. Back in Mercedes. Now he moves out. It's like he's a changed driver.
Yeah. Gonna have a lot of points for Alfa Romeo as well. Throne Globe, another 3 seconds for track limits. Guess he will have to get really good race at the final few laps in case he wants to keep any good place with the standings. He's got 15 seconds right now. His teammate 12. Detson Ross 12.
Now down to the last 10 laps. Chris Dock. Again. Fly out very big.
Right now, no one will be the driver of the day. Never mind. There will be a driver of the day, and it will be in-game Sports-Killer. So, because he gained 4 places, and he gets 3 seconds as well now for track limits.
Yeah, I think the time penalties really screwed Throne Globe over.
Yeah. He's not the only one. Chris currently is leading with no time penalties. The rest of the pack has got a penalty so far.
Yeah, he can afford to get a couple at this stage, honestly.
Don't
If
blame.
he gets 2-3 second time penalties, he's still gonna be race leader.
Yeah. Throne Globe is catching up a bit on Sports-Killer, though he's on 4 lap old mediums. But Sports-Killer pit for new mediums. Then the Coot could have walked if he didn't have traffic, I believe. That's some ropes being spinning, not moving at all. Now moving, getting lapped by Mr. Plays a lot, yeah.
Those tires are already starting to fall off a bit.
And he's about to get lapped by Big Boy and Goldfish as well.
Spins again. Promotes Throne Globe in P2.
As well as Mimgwell. Mimgwell for softs, Chris for mediums. What lap is it?
Lap 19.
Yeah, Mingwell is gonna have to bring these tires to the end, and he will have to do some pretty well. Because he's
Yeah, I'm
got
on board with the Haas
Chris
driver
on
right now.
mediums.
He's really struggling.
Mason gets 3 seconds for track limits. Right now, Chris is really close to Simon for the move. We got the IS, and the IS enabled, and he makes the move easily, I'd say, on the Red Bull ahead.
Honestly. It's Chris Duck back in P1 after 10
Probably sector 2 for him as well. Yep. And then some routes now got lapped by everyone.
It's just sad.
Yeah, Aston Martin could have a better race like we saw in Russia. Film Globe now pits again. Oh, and he's shunted in the barriers. Put it in the barrier. Well, not good at all, I'd say. Definitely what you don't want to see, I guess. 8 laps remaining. Pits for mediums.
Slow stop as well.
He's on the straight. Yeah, the place on 7th place on his teammate. Those are mistakes you never want to see, I'd say. Lungal now up to make the move on Simon as well. Another spin from 4. One of the
I think this was a hard to soft race.
Lungal now makes the move on Simon. Trigofish and Matt Roller get both 3 seconds, but that's some real spam. Gets lapped twice by Sportskiller now. As well as by Chris and Mingwell soon. Big boy disconnects again and puts Chigofish now in 10th place due to him being in AI. Mingwell with a 135.526 there as the fastest lap. Minson gaining 3 seconds for track limits. It's a spin there. Never mind. Yellow flag. Out of nowhere. Don't know what for. That's some rock spits. Then for youth mediums. Let me see. That some rods went for a 5 stopper right now. Well,
5 stopper, did you just say?
Yeah, 5 stopper. Stops to mediums to hards to mediums.
Wow.
I guess Aston Martin will have to get a strong comeback in the following races. As the season is still long, but yeah. Film Globe now catching up on his teammate. Yeah, Film Globe though could have paid for socks as he had a lot of laps to go to the end. Meanwhile now gets another 3 seconds for track limits. We see the standings for now for Aston Martin. See if they have got enough time or not. Gaps need updating. You know.
Looks like Mr. Meat Grills in the
So right now we have two goldfish on 35 points, and that's some rocks on. I can find that some rocks. So I don't know how many points he has.
I will have a look for you.
Okay.
So the answer is 0.
Oh well. So Asmani has got
Well,
35 points only then. From
yeah.
this race they should gain 36 in total. Well, hopefully everything goes well for them. Meanwhile though, he's close to Chris. We'll see another battle between those two. I've been fighting for quite a bit this season. Another yellow flag there. Dead some rocks again, spinning once more. Goldfish, 3 seconds there. Goldfish though, who are a really good performance in Russia, now finds themselves with a bad race, and I guess those things happen. The good thing
Here
is,
comes the battle I've been looking forward to. It's Mr. Moongrove who takes Kristoff. Doesn't carry enough speed.
and Moongal stays ahead for now. Though Chris will have DRS and he has the advantage of penalties. Is
Kristoff is sitting comfortably for one, but I'm sure he wants to play Mr. Moongrove.
the good thing Aston Martin could do right now. Oh shit, Film Goat spins. Then gets stands now. I guess that will help for tire temperature as well. But Goldfish now battling with Mr. plays a lot for 8th. Moongal setting a 1:35.288 as the fastest lap time.
Just now separating the two drivers.
The good thing to do for Aston Martin right now is to come back stronger for the next races. The season is still long.
10 more races to go.
Yeah.
Anything
That's him down lap twice, spins again, and he's about to get lap 3 times.
can happen. It's just at this point, just retire the car. You don't even
Zone Globe has 20 seconds of penalties.
Yeah. This thing's peeled up.
Oh, Goldfish retires. Oh my. That one.
It's a safety car.
In the middle of the track, I wonder what happened to him. He was battling with Mr. Plays a lot. I don't know if he spun by his own, but that's not good for Aston Martin at all. They got Desmond Rocks who may get points, but he's been lapped twice, so and once.
He's gonna unlap or something under a virtual safety car. Nah.
They did get demoted to a virtual safety car. Or was it a virtual safety car still?
Yeah. See.
Oh, Desmond Rocks.
It's Ross. Oh my god, this guy. Retire the car.
Another one.
Oh,
He's got 2 drive-through penalties in a row.
and we're back to racing.
Yeah. Battle for the top 3 all in a battle. G-Bet getting 3 seconds for track limits while he's chasing down Metal for the 6th place. If Chris stays within those duo, he will be able to get the win. And that's what
It's really interesting
goes ahead don't
to
want.
talk to the applicant. So it wasn't looking too good. on. Turning around.
Bingo now goes for the move on Zorskiller. Now Chris will have to fight. He sold him, not teammate, but sold the car he drove for earlier. Guess that's good memories for Chris Doc. On the other side of the academy, let's say. Film Globe gets 3 seconds for track limits meanwhile. That Samron's managed to unlock himself, though he's 4 minutes behind Big Boy. Actually behind Chick Goldfish, he hasn't got past him yet. And he pits.
Like at some point, right, you do throw the towel.
But this guy is the example of what to do in a race. Never give up. I always say that. Someone else got a penalty. I think somebody will be able to get a nice comeback though for the next races. This race has kinda been unlucky for most of the drivers, and now every single driver has a penalty. Chris gained 3 seconds now.
He's really pushing to try and get past Muscular. 110 separating them, he's got here.
Wheel to wheel.
He's got the outside line. Stays on the outside, he's got the inside now. Wow, big P2.
Yeah, chasing down Mingrel now for the lead. Yeah. Though he stops a 6-lap hold, and Chris medium tires are 6-lap hold as well. There's a tire difference here in terms of tire performance. Big Boy gets 3 seconds of track limits. So Mingrel can manage to get speed out of the soft still. And there is just one more lap remaining before the final lap gets underway. Muscular still tries to chase down Chris as that Samros finally gets the place on Chick Goldfish. And he pits again.
I don't understand.
Pits again for used mediums. He's been lapped twice.
He's all like strategy. What's going on?
And he spun again at 10-1. The game doesn't even show how many stops he's done.
Yeah, the game can't even. This guy's going to this.
Well, at least it could have been a point for Aston Martin. Now, Aston Martin will stick with 35 points for this race, though we don't know how it could go for them. Next race, Swimgrel now gets round the final corner to start the final lap and try to get 3 seconds out ahead of Chris to get the lead.
He's got to gain 1.2 seconds this lap. It's going to be an absolute madness for a lap.
Yeah.
He is on the soft tires, which is significantly faster than Chris Strong's mediums.
But the 8-lap hold. Gilbert now gains the place on Matt Muller. Chris gets 3 seconds now. Oh well.
Oh no.
That means Chris' chance to gain the win of this Grand Prix is over unless Mingle does a mistake or he does a mistake. Torskula
Oh, I definitely
has
want to
15
talk
seconds
about
behind.
who's the team principal for Alvin, who made the signing. Mr. Meangrill's race back for the first time in 2 or 3 rounds.
Vincent Gaze, another 3 seconds for track limits. I think Detson Ross split twice because he had to set those drive-through penalties he got.
Oh yeah, potentially. He's been again. Oh my goodness. He's texting while driving.
He's been lapped 3 times. And now 4. And that's meanwhile.
Mr. Meanwrill take the win at COTA.
And that was a really good race. Now we'll see what penalties, how penalties are going to affect the final results for the rest of the grid, as the second and third place are covered by Chris and Sportskiller. Let's see if that stands. Vincent in fourth, Simon in.
Driver Throne Club had a chance, and then yeah.
Simon in fourth, Vincent in fifth. Let's see, Gibert, who's got Metwell 2 seconds behind. Crosses the line, gets 6th, Merola 6th, Gibert demoted to 7th. As Bishop plays a lot now, comes the next driver to finish the race. Thumlo behind, quite close actually.
Yeah.
Bishop plays in 8th and Thumlo in 9th. On to a big boy now.
Yeah, he was on for that podium, and that undercut just didn't knock go the way he was hoping it would.
Yeah. Big boy in 10th. Detson Ross. This guy got lapped 3 times in this race. And he comes.
He pitted at least 20 times.
And he's lucky to come 11th in this race. Just 1 place away from the chance of getting a point for Aston Martin. But he gets P11 then. Unfortunately for those drivers who retired, Goldfish could have had a really nice race.
Yeah, he definitely could have been on for a podium. He has a lot of pace.
That's the podium then.
Yep.
Who got the driver of the day? Let me check. Yeah, I think it's Matt Waller. Yeah, that's your final results then. Moongold setting the fastest lap, so 26 points for him. Chris behind in second, Sportscular in third, Simon in fourth, Vincent in fifth, Merola in sixth, Gibber in 7th, Misplays a lot in 8th, Thonglobe in 9th, Big Boy in 10th, Detson Ross in 11th, Chigo Fish in 12th, Fizzy Spring in 13th, and Bonsai in 14th.
Yeah, Mr. Meanwrill got P2 in the Driver Championship now after that race.
They managed to get all the penalties and stuff, but yeah. So I guess it's time for the post-race interviews then.
Yeah, let me invite a couple of people. Let's get Mr. Meanwrill first. Getting all the admins together. And first to join us is Coder, the team principal for Alpine. Second to join us is CTX Vincent, who finished P4, I believe, for Alpine.
P5.
P5. Well, talk us through your race, man.
It's not the start that I didn't want, but like either way, it was my home race. I couldn't do anything about it. Just penalties didn't bother me too much. Tires were really dead, to be honest. So yeah.
And talk us through your first lap incident with Madrola. You two ended up at the back of the grid after the first few turns. What happened there from your perspective?
I just got hit in the front left by the Ferrari. I think I need to look back at it, but I think I got hit in the front, and then I got spun, and then I had to go from there.
Yeah, and you got a 5-second time penalty for collision with Madrola, if I do remember correctly. Do you think that
Yeah.
penalty should be removed?
No, not to be honest. I didn't see him in the front. I was like, I braked too late, and I hit him in the front. So.
Right. And thoughts on your performance this season, as you've been one to get into quite a few incidents, and you're currently also on the most penalty points.
Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens. You know.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Now on to Coder. Your new signing on his first race back in quite a few rounds ended up getting a win for the team. How do you feel about that?
Happy is one word, I suppose. I think outscoring McLaren and Mercedes was massively important, considering in Tier 1 we didn't do too good this weekend, so...
Right. And how are you feeling about this driver pairing? CTX Vincent picking up a win this season, and Mr. Meme Grill picking up several wins this season now, I believe. How do you feel going to the next 10 rounds of racing you guys will do in the Tier 2 constructors?
Well, I mean, Vincent consistently scores points pretty much every weekend, and well, I mean, you've seen how fast Memes is, so yeah, I'm confident if we can keep it on in Tier 1 as well, you know, should be able to wrap up constructors.
All right. Anything else to add?
Oh, well, I mean, I kind of want to give a shout out to Chris because I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm so happy my guy won, but like he got the time penalty on the last lap. It's just so unfortunate. I've been in that position myself in the Tier 1 race in Spain, so I know how it feels.
Yeah, and my final question to you is, how do you feel about Mexico next weekend for your two drivers? How do they feel confidence-wise going to that track?
I actually don't know. I've not asked them yet, so
Right.
I'll make sure to ask them. But I'm sure they'll do enough practice and bring home a similar result as they did this weekend. So
All right. Well, thank you for joining us.
yeah, cheers.
All right. Let's try and get the others now.
Yeah, let's say Aston Martin could have a really good race, let's say, or better race next week. Here's G-Bear.
Here's G-Bear. Hey, G-Bear, you finished P7 for Haas this race. How do you feel? Talk us through your race.
He's muted.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, there we go.
I know. But I would have finished maybe like P6, hoping for P5, but yeah, too many time penalties. And spun out once, so.
And any word on your teammate's incident with the Ferrari early on?
I'm not fully aware of what's gone on in the incident. I'd have to look back at that on clips, but as far as I'm aware, I don't think it's his fault from what I've heard, but again, I'll have to check the clips.
And obviously it wasn't the result you were hoping for. You said you were hoping for a P5 or P6, and you're saying it was the time penalties that went wrong for you?
Yeah, that's what kind of happened. I spun out once. Obviously, I was losing grip. I could have paid earlier, but I lost a bit of grip, so I kept going. Ended up being P7 at the end, but I did finish at P6, but because of the time penalties, I finished at P7. So yeah, I did myself dirty there.
And what happened during quality for you? Because you did set you did set a very fast lap, and then you slowly started to fall down the pecking order.
I'm trying to say I was struggling with track limits. Obviously, after I qualified with the fastest lap, after that I did try to go into a medium compound and try and stay out there longest, but I didn't reach the qualifying stage, so I ended up back on reds.
Okay. Anything else to add?
No, that's it. I enjoyed the race.
And my final question to you is, how do you feel about going to Mexico for round 11 next weekend? How do you feel about that track, confidence-wise?
Pretty confident. I've done quite a lot of racing on that, so I feel like I've got the grip when it comes to it. I can maintain the pace. The only thing is just a couple of corners, especially the last corner and the first corner that comes up.
Right. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
I'm just trying to get people now. I've invited both the Aston drivers. If we can't get them, we'll get Madrola and wrap this thing up.
So let me check where we should be next week.
Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll be upping for truck limits.
Yeah. I think that the S's yet again are going to come into play.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I've invited a couple people, but it seems like nobody's joining. So I think this is where we're going to wrap up the stream. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for round 10 of Tier 2 Racing. And we'll be back same time next week for the Mexican Grand Prix.
Oh.
Wait, hold on a minute. We've got Swaz Killer.
Hello.
Hello. P3 today, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I can third.
Yeah, debut race for Mercedes as well after that switch from McLaren. Talk us through your race.
It went well. It was looking great for me until Mr. Moongrow came up with a great strategy.
Yeah.
Within the last couple of laps. And they did, Chris, I think it was. They raced well. Will raced
did
well.
you-
I just got too many penalties.
Right. That was the common theme with most of the drivers we've interviewed so far. Do you feel you were at a disadvantage, not only not having a teammate, but also not having a race engineer?
Yeah. I wasn't really... Well, I had a race engineer this time. He was watching the stream, but he wasn't in the race or anything. Back with me. But yeah, not having a teammate is tough like that. But I hope he gets well.
And how is Mercedes treating you so far?
It's been alright. Like, I don't know if Mercedes was the right choice or McLaren was, but I'll just see. Just stick with Mercedes so far.
Interesting. Any comments to add on?
No, not really.
Okay,
Everyone raced
and,
quite well.
Yeah. And my final question to you is, next weekend is the Mexican Grand Prix. How confident are you feeling going into that?
Mexico. I'm not too great at it, but I'm a lot better at that than USA, because USA is one of my weak tracks.
And you scored a podium on your weak tracks, so wow.
Yeah. Like my worst track, whatever.
Alright then. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, that was definitely interesting to hear.
Yeah.
He moves to Mercedes and he he's starting to question his decision. That is very interesting.
Yeah, we saw in McLaren he was pretty fast, I'd say. Mercedes though, it is a different story.
Yeah. P3 at one of his weaker tracks, though. I don't think the speed's gone away. I think it's just his mentality.
Mexico could be an issue on track limits and
Yeah, for sure.
for Vertex as well. I had a really bad race there in the league. So
Yeah,
I
we'll,
guess
we'll wrap things up there for the second time.
so I guess we'll wait.
Yeah, seems like no one else is joining.
Alright then.
All right, well, thank you everyone for joining us. Round 10, racing in Tier 2 of PRL. And we'll see you next weekend at the exact same time for the Mexican Grand Prix.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll see new and drivers there. Yeah. But this stream though, it is all. Thank you for joining us. Thank you the drivers for taking part in this round. And yeah, see you all next week for the Mexican Grand Prix.